My throat was already tightening when she said it. "I put peanuts in your dinner to prove you're faking it. You're just picky." Her grin was small, triumphant, cruel in that soft, familiar way she thought passed for affection. I didn't scream. I didn't panic. I just felt the burn in my chest, the pressure in my lungs, and the cold clarity that comes only when someone you love finally shows you who they truly are. I typed 2 words on my phone: "Call 911." Then I slid the bowl across the table, sealed under a lid I'd placed on it the moment the itching started. The EMTs arrived fast, and when they asked what happened, I handed them the food sample like it was evidence in an unfolding crime scene, because it was. "Peanuts," I managed to say. On the ride to the ER, I sent one more message, this time to the police. I need to file a report: assault with a deadly weapon. By the time we reached the emergency room, she was pacing the waiting room, rehearsing innocence. And when the officers approached her, when those cuffs clicked around her wrists, she finally looked afraid. She finally saw me, not as her almost husband, but as the man who no longer belonged to her story. But that isn't where this began. No, it began in the soft light of a bookstore cafe 3 years earlier, when she laughed at the wrong joke but smiled at me like she meant it. She was warmth then, charm, the kind of person who remembered small details and made me feel like I mattered. I fell hard, fast, and without hesitation. She made me believe in future plans, apartment leases, joint accounts, wedding colors. She made me believe she cared. And I didn't see the fracture lines forming, not at first, but they were there. It's always the small things that rot first. The changes came slowly. The comments disguised as teasing. The resentment anytime my allergy disrupted her meal plans. The accusation that I was fragile, dramatic, oversensitive. She once rolled her eyes when I double-checked an ingredient label. She once told a friend, thinking I couldn't hear, "He exaggerates. It's never that serious." A joke, a minimization, a seed planted. I should have walked then. But love makes you blind. It makes you rewrite truth in the handwriting of the person you adore. Until the night I found her message, a chat with her sister where she typed, "I think he fakes it. I want to prove it." My chest went cold. My hands went still. There was no heartbreak, only revelation. Like a door quietly unlocking in the back of my mind. She didn't believe me. She didn't respect me. And worse, she was willing to gamble with my life to win an argument. That was the night something inside me clicked into place. Emotion off. Strategy on. I kept my face calm, my tone soft, my behavior unchanged. I let her believe I was still the man she could manipulate. But inside, a map was unfolding. Cold, precise, deliberate. I ordered home testing kits. I met with my allergist. I got documentation, reports, confirmations. Everything certified. Everything time-stamped. I updated my emergency contacts. I stored my medical file in 3 places. I bought a small evidence kit from an online vendor. Sterile containers, gloves, labels, just in case. Because I knew she wouldn't resist the opportunity to prove herself right. People like her never do. And when the moment finally came, I didn't react. Her eyes were bright when she placed the bowl in front of me, smug, eager, expecting me to either eat or confess I'd been lying. I took 1 bite, just enough for symptoms to start, not enough to kill me. I'd measured, tested, calculated. She didn't expect the preparation. She didn't expect the calm. She didn't expect me to rise, quietly seal the food, and send 2 messages. Actions, not arguments. Evidence, not emotion. Her laughter faded the moment the EMTs arrived. It died completely when the officers walked toward her in the ER. "Ma'am, you are under arrest." The words echoed through the waiting room like a verdict I'd been writing for months. Her mouth fell open. Her voice cracked. She stuttered excuses, lies, pleas, but the cuffs clicked anyway. She looked at me then, really looked at me, as if seeing a stranger wearing the face of the man she thought she controlled. You're ruining my life," she whispered. "No," I said. "You did that yourself." And now? Now I breathe easier, literally and metaphorically. The investigation is ongoing. My lawyer says the case is strong. Her messages, her confession, the test results, all lined up like dominoes she set up and I simply tipped over. People call me cold, calculated, harsh. Maybe I am. But when someone tries to take your breath, you stop giving them oxygen. And when someone tries to kill you, even softly, even as a joke, you don't walk away quietly. You walk away with evidence, with clarity, with peace, and you never look back.